Hey everybody, it's Elisa Rogers, and I'm back to show you just a little quick something right now before the holidays. This is something that I've been doing for years and years and years. I always save my hills of bread, stale bread, what have you. And the reason that I do is because I can use them for croutons, bread pudding, dressing, stuffing. I mean, they come in handy big time. So I've got so many of them in the freezer right now, and I was thinking, boy, I really need to make some room for the holiday stuff that I'm fixing to have to come up with and have a place to put. So I went ahead and just pulled all this bread out, and I'm fixing to make some croutons. And I'm going to take all of this bread right here that you see and slice it into bite-sized pieces, cube it. And then I'll show you what else I do. I've also got my oven preheating to 350 degrees. So let me get this cubed up and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got everything diced up, and I have got 3 different kinds of bread in here. I've got some whole wheat, I've got some multi-grain hoagie buns that I had in there, and then I've got, like, I would have to say 6 or 7 slices of some good rye bread. And what I'm going to do next is drizzle just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on the top, just enough to dampen it, just enough so that the spices will stick to the bread and adhere well. And right here, I have a whole stick of butter that I am fixing to melt down for the flavor also. So let me get this melted down and go ahead and drizzle a little bit of olive oil on this, and I'll show you what to do after that. My butter is melted. I probably put a good tablespoon of the extra virgin olive oil, already drizzled it on here. Now here's my butter, and I like to just pour it all over. And then just start stirring so that every little bit gets a little of that good buttery flavor. And I do use real butter. I never use margarine. Just something about it just kind of grosses me out. Alright, so got that. Now we come back with a teaspoon garlic powder. And you stir. Okay, then you come back, good teaspoon of onion powder all over. Stir it up real good. You want to distribute those spices evenly. Alrighty. Now, a heaping teaspoon of the Italian seasonings. I might come back for 2. I love this stuff. Oh. Well, doesn't love me, obviously. Jumped right out of my hand. Alrighty. Now, a teaspoon of salt. Now, get this all stirred up. And let me tell you, you can buy store croutons till the cows come home, but they're never going to be as good as these are. These fresh croutons, you can't beat them. My husband loves them. And we eat them quite a lot on like grilled chicken salads and stuff. Alright, teaspoon of pepper. Okay, now here's the fun part. Parmesan, just in the green can. You don't have to get fancy with it or nothing, but just be real generous with it. Just sprinkle it over the top like that. Come back. See how it's sucking that Parmesan up? Those bread cubes are, because of the butter and everything on them. Like I said, my oven is preheating on 350. So I'm fixing a big, nice salad to go with some lasagna. And instead of fixing crusty bread, I'm just fixing a big, salad with these croutons all over the top of it. Because the less bread, the better. Especially for me being diabetic. So, there we go. Next step is put it on a sheet pan. Now, I use this big roaster pan because it's the largest one I have, actually. And you don't want to, you want to kind of lay them flat so that they can get crunchy on all sides. You don't want to mound them up, in other words. And I usually let them go for at least 30 to 45 minutes. You just have to keep an eye on them. And when you think they're getting real nice and crusty, just take them out, let them cool for a minute. Try one, and if it's not crusty enough for you, put it back in for a few minutes. But we'll get this in. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, everybody. I just pulled the croutons. They were in exactly 45 minutes. They're cooling off now. They are very, very crispy. Wonderful flavor. So, next time you're sitting there and looking at those hills of bread and thinking, well, I'll just put them in the trash. Don't do that, because you would look at all the money you could save each year not buying store-bought croutons. It takes just seconds to put it together. And they are delicious. And, like I said, you can use them in a variety of different ways, too. Hills of bread. You can make bread pudding. All kinds of stuff. So, this is just a little helpful hint that I wanted to share with y'all. And please stop back by and see us again. Share us with your friends and family. Like us and subscribe. And we hope to see you back real soon for another Simply Southern recipe by Rocket City Girls. Merry Christmas!